They would tell us like, you know, about school and education and shit and go to college and if we want to be able to like fucking make a living and shit, but they didn't fucking say nothing about like the starting point to like real success and great fortune is fucking your passion, like desire, like strong desire for something that you want, you know what I mean? And when they would talk about school, going to education, like I didn't get excited about that shit. I got excited about basketball, like hoop. And then when that ended, then I had to find something else, find a new passion, you know, because hoop wasn't, you know, something that I could do no more as far as like a career because of some decisions I made. So, you know, if you don't got no passion, if you ain't got no purpose, like something you're working towards continually, like a goal, ideal, then you drifting, period.
It's so dark in here. You could probably, hey.
Be like, is that Jesus up there? It all starts with fucking a passion, like something you really love to do and desire, like, period. Don't talk to them because I'm not, of course, like I'm not I think they want me to speak because I give a different perspective. I have different experience. Like I'm not a professional. I don't really care too much about like professional. Like I'm a businessman, you know what I mean? And I am educated, you know what I mean? But just not formally. But you know, and this is a great example. Like in high school, well throughout school, like my whole fucking 12 years, like I read one book in like by the time I graduated, I think I probably was like in 11th or 12th grade, I finished and read one book. It was called like The Longest Ride, but it wasn't like, it was just this book. I felt good like when I finished reading it. Like it was a story, it was a fiction. In a quarter mile, turn right onto Forest. But I never read books. I didn't like the shit that was teaching us. Like but then like now I read, I study all the time. Like it's something I do because it's something I care about, I'm interested in. And so it's a difference, like, you know what I mean? Like school forces this shit upon you, like to learn certain shit, and then when you get to kind of choose it yourself, you find the right thing, then it's all good. Which way I go?
Keep going straight.
So I don't know if I'm gonna talk about like how much I hated school and shit, like fuck school and fuck everything society's telling you. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the robots. I'm gonna tell, especially in their age, by the time they're like 25, the robots gonna be walking around this motherfucker. It'll be a robotic police pulling your ass over.
They already have them, the drones. They just send you tickets now in certain states.
So you're gonna have robotic police. So if a youngster's in the crowd and you wanna be a police officer, he's probably gonna get his job taken by a robot. You will arrive at your destination. Niggas really gonna be nervous if robots pull them over. Motherfucking robots look like RoboCop. Nigga, you can't take it on a high-speed chase because it got GPS better than like what you know, and it's tracking you, and that niggas is fucked. Okay, we here. I don't know who all the students is.
Well, they probably came here on a bus.
So it's higher, like to get to the higher brackets in life. I just want you guys to have a different perspective. I don't want to come here and downplay and act like, you know, everybody gets it. Everybody don't get it. Everybody don't go to the NBA. They get smaller and smaller. You got rec ball, a whole bunch of people across the United States playing rec ball. We got like a world now. It's a world now. Like everybody playing rec ball around the world. Then you go play high school, it gets smaller. And then everybody in high school don't make it to college. D1, and D1 gets smaller, and then it gets smaller and smaller. Pros get small. And then they got even smaller, the all-stars, small group. So you said not as much as you should. That happens sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm not grinding as hard as I should be either. I'm not even gonna lie, okay? But I know there's a trade-off. Everything you give, for everything you lose, you gain something. For everything you gain, you lose something. So you want success? You want to go to the NBA? You got to lose something. I remember I used to hear cats serious. I thought they talking about going one-on-one real basketball. They talking about 2K. I'm like, it's not even real life. People are excited about being better at 2K than it is in his real life skills.
Maybe we doing
Don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in the facade and the fake stuff. You gotta put in the work. You gotta take time with yourself. You gotta seclude yourself sometimes and focus on yourself and put in the effort and reflect and say, like, am I doing this right? Could I do better? You know, where's my time going? You know, don't be divided. In this day and age, you guys gotta learn to adapt, okay? So whether you wanna be a professional, whether you want to be some type of artist or whatever, especially the professionals. Like, if you want to be in a profession, you gotta be careful because these robots will take your jobs. The robot will be replacing you. The robot ain't gonna talk back to the employer or nothing. Software replace you. Overseas, the dollar stretch overseas, it'll replace you. It's gonna get competitive. First y'all was competing with each other, now y'all competing with the robots and the software. You got to keep growing, you got to adapt. You can't sit back and get comfortable, get lazy. Because the world is moving quick. They got robots that'll go and open that door and walk in here and start managing y'all. And so I eliminate a lot of things, and that's what I do. That's a suggestion I would give to you guys. It's kind of like, look at like how much attention you give to other things outside of your passion each day. Maybe just knock a few things off. I mean, like phone conversations doesn't have to be so long, texting back and forth, Instagram, YouTube, TV shows. Don't be divided.
You know, like how you do products. Like, what do you want like your customers to gain from your products?
What I want them to get?
Like gain.
Oh, gain. So I want them to make more money. I want them to perform better as a barber, more efficiently. I want them to make more money. I want them to be able to perform and feel good about what they're doing and their performance. I want the customers to feel good. I want them to just win. Huh? Go ahead.
What was your hardest situation you had opening up your business?
Good question. Good question. Yeah. She's a thinker over there, and she got a pen out taking notes. It's a winner over there. So I call my company the Rich Barber. Okay? I had a business before this. Things went bad. I was still a barber. I went broke. But I started this Rich Barber because something clicked, right? But I was broke. A lot of times it's this belief in yourself that it could be fear of failure, it could be fear of criticism of what people gonna say, what if you fail. You want your dream. Everybody don't want their dream, or they're scared to talk about it. Oh, when you get to a certain age, people are scared to talk about what they really dream. Nah, I like this job, it's easy, they don't tell me to do nothing, I'm making good money, that's it. Like, so a lot of times it's just building that confidence, that belief, and getting that confirmation that you're doing the right thing, that this is your passion, that this is. And so you go through this inner battle of like, you know, there's criticism out there. You know, you can fail. You know, what people gonna say. Now I don't care about none of that. You know, but at that time, it was a growing period that I had to go through these things. I delayed starting my business. I remember criticism got to me. I grew up poor. I was always worried about people knowing that we were so poor. And it carried on with me. It probably affected me in basketball in negative ways that it, you know. So I grew up with this complex about, damn, like I don't like being poor. I never liked being poor. So poor, didn't have nothing, no food at times, never owned a car. So I always wanted to hide that, so then, you know, this fear of what people are gonna say. You know, so that was an obstacle because I'm calling my brand the Rich Barber, but I also want to challenge myself and say, you know, if I manifest it, then I could be a testimony to others of how you can set something high for yourself and identify yourself with something, have an identity and a belief about yourself and manifest it and make it happen. No one else around me was doing what I was doing, except one guy, Chris Johnson. He was an entrepreneur. He's an entrepreneur and my mentor. But as far as like in the lane that I'm doing it and the way my business is built through social media, through giving this value on these platforms and stuff like that, no one was doing it. Inventing products like in the barber industry, 3 of them, no one's doing it. The Rich Barber brand in the barber industry is known, but no one's doing it. What we're doing, teaching success philosophies in the barber industry, the way we're doing it, no one's doing it. Probably start doing it now, you know, because you've been making it hot. But you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta have confidence. And when you're starting things off, there's gonna be a lot of things that say, this probably ain't gonna happen. I mean, you're gonna see results that's gonna make you doubt yourself. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna be like, damn, they don't want to buy my product. What's wrong with me? Are they saying no to me? You know, because when you're creating something, that's your baby. But when someone say that ain't good, it affects you because you're kind of talking about like, you know, it's connected to you. If someone say, you know, you do a dance performance and they say the dance performance, you know, you won't feel it.
So like all the equipment and like the land and like the product, didn't it cost like a lot of money to start up?
Yeah. There's challenges.
How did you like go around that, like not having a ton of money to do that?
So it's creativity. It doesn't. People say it takes money to make money, but it really doesn't. Everything starts off with an idea, right? And if I have an idea and I want to create a product and it costs money to fund that product, then I got to come up with a plan on how I'm gonna come up with that money in different ways. So I started first selling the DVD. I cut hair. I was good at it. The DVD didn't cost nothing but a couple dollars to make. I could sell it for a profit, make that money, and I could take this money and eventually put it into my new idea. Bet on myself. It's talking about the confidence. Betting on yourself. I bet on myself plenty of times where I could have lost everything. But I believed in myself, I believed in my idea, I believed in my passion and my desires. So I bet on myself. So you can always create, there's always money available for a good idea. You can always create, especially nowadays in this new information age. You can create value within yourself. You learn certain skills, someone will probably pay you for it. Or if you're good at something, or get YouTube and start talking about something and getting YouTube money and subscribe to YouTube. Or partner with them or something like that. And if you're good at something, sharing it with the world. You can't hoard your gifts. If you got gifts, no one's gonna come and say, "Oh, I know you can sing. You're great at singing, but you don't never like sing. You don't put it out there. You don't display like your gifts. You gotta put your stuff out there. You gotta tell, let's say, look, the world, look, this is me. This is what I got to offer. I'm good at this. I earned this. I pay my dues at this. You need to pay attention to me." Okay?